Hey, what up, YouTube? It's your boy MOG back once again, saved by grace. Hey, listen to this. In this video right here, I want to do something a little bit differently. I want to explain why I work a side hustle job. Now, as I've said before in past videos, my side hustle is being a contract driver. You know, when I pick up people, normally older people who are not able to drive, and I take them to their dialysis appointments, take them to the doctor's appointments, you know, take them to grocery shop, Food Line, Walmart, whatever. Easy job, and I absolutely love that job. So one of the reasons that I work a side hustle, I'll be honest with you, it just makes it easier to navigate life day by day. Makes it easier to kind of, what they say, make ends meet. So that's the main reason I work, you know, side hustle job. One of the main reasons is just to make things easier. Because, man, this inflation out here, oh, this stuff is real. This inflation is no joke. Everything is more expensive to me than it needs to be. So sometimes being the case, you might need a second job to kind of make things easier for you to kind of navigate, to be honest. But another reason I work a side hustle is to kind of break the monotony of a regular, what they call 9-to-5 job. Because you can get burned out kind of quickly working the same job day in, day out, doing the same thing day in and day out without it really ever changing. And I don't really want to be, you know, kind of stuck in, you know, the rat race. So it's, you know, it's a lot of reasons that I work a second job. And that's another one as well. Like I said, just to kind of break the monotony from day to day. Because you don't want to get burned out doing the exact same day. It's like that movie, what was that, Groundhog Day. The exact same thing keeps happening day after day after day without changing. So you get you a good side hustle, it'll break that monotony. And it'll make it so your day is not seeming like you living the same day over and over again. And it's like stuck on repeat. Because once you get into a job that it seems like it's the exact same thing day in and day out, chances are you won't work that job too long because it'll bore you to death. Like my main job, I work in loss prevention. So we deal with, you know, preventing theft, trying to stop theft. And I'm also a safety officer at my main job. So anything involving safety, you know, you come see me or somebody like me. I mean, it's cool. But sometimes, you know, we can kind of get stuck in a little rut as to where everything kind of is stuck on repeat. And it's almost seeming like the exact same thing day in and day out. But the best thing about my main job is that, you know, I work at my own pace. I'm not rushing. There's not much that I have to do that has to happen right away. I can take my time and just work. But back to this side hustle thing. Another reason that I work a side hustle is because basically, like I said in past videos, man, I absolutely love helping people. I love meeting new people. And a side hustle, especially the one that I have as a contract driver, oh my goodness, man. It is beautiful the way that it allows me to meet and just talk to different people from different walks of life. Because as I said before in past videos, you meet some characters, man, on this side hustle. So, I mean, I love doing it, man. But I want to get to this to make sure that this gets across to you, my audience. Working a side hustle. One of the main reasons that I do this, let me explain it. Right now, like I said, inflation is crazy high. So everything, cost-wise, is just outrageous, man. It's almost embarrassing how much stuff costs just to survive. Things that you need to, for dinner, buying groceries might cost you $80 and you still don't get nothing but 2 little bags. Like, good Lord, I spent $70, $80 and I ain't even getting nothing to eat, really. It don't last long. You back out there again 2 days later because stuff is just crazy high. So a side hustle will make it a lot easier. I mean, a lot easier day to day. And a side hustle, especially a good one that you like, man, it can lift your whole mood and your whole attitude. Your outlook on life can change based on a good side hustle. Now, what I mean by that is this. A lot of people nowadays, believe it or not, they're depressed. And one of my jobs as a pastor is to help people. Because a lot of people feel like they just can't make it. It feel like you're spinning your wheels in one spot, stuck in the mud, just trying to survive on a daily basis. Now, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I feel that way. I feel that way myself. So trust me when I tell you, I'm right there with you. Ain't just you. Nope, it's not just you. A lot of people feel like that they're stuck in this rat race that we call life on a day-to-day basis, spinning their wheels in the mud. And it's almost like no matter what you do, you still can't get ahead. I'll take it further than that. It's almost like no matter what you do, you can't even break even. Sometimes I feel that way. I mean, it's 100% true. But I'm going to tell you how I deal with it. Because I told you I'm here to help people. Trust me, you're not the only one that feels like you feel. A whole lot of people feel that way. But they don't feel comfortable enough and they don't feel vulnerable enough to let it be known. Everybody in this world at some point has gotten to a point where they feel like they struggle just to make ends meet. And life in general is a struggle. But I'm going to tell you what helps me. Don't know how much it helps you, but what helps me is my relationship with Jesus Christ. That's the only reason that I keep going and that I get by as I do. Sometimes I struggle too, but the Lord has blessed me because if I give up, I'm not helping myself. I'm not helping my family. I'm not helping anybody. So I need to provide for my family. And a good side hustle, believe it or not, can help you provide for your family. It ain't even close as far as how many times that I've thought about, like, man, it's hard out here, man. It is expensive out here in this thing that we call life. Day in and day out, on the grind, just trying to make it, man. But trust me, you're not the only one that feels the way that you feel. Because a lot of people out here, unfortunately, are suffering from like depression, suicidal thoughts. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't have those problems. I got a lot of problems, but those aren't problems of mine. I don't have those. But if you happen to be in that position, I think that just having somebody to relate to your situation can go a long way as far as helping you deal with it. But I want to get to this. Make sure that this point is well taken. Back to this side hustle thing. One of the main reasons, one of the absolute top reasons that I work a side hustle is this right here. I enjoy investing in the stock market. I enjoy investing in cryptocurrencies. Now, a lot of people don't know much about stocks. A lot of people definitely don't know much about crypto. But let us start with stocks. Believe it or not, a couple years ago, about 2 years ago, I actually had a YouTube channel and still have it. My old YouTube channel, I dealt with stocks and investing because that's kind of my, that's what my niche is. I like to invest. I like to have my money work just as hard for me as I work for it. And my main thing is to get what they call passive income. Now, passive income is income that you can generate, check this out, regardless of whether you are awake or whether you're asleep. Let that sink in. Did it sink in? Passive income is income that comes into your bank account whether you are awake or whether you're sleeping. Think about it. Passive income can change your financial life. Now let that sink in for a minute. A lot of people probably looking at this video and they saying, well, MOG, man, I don't have no money to invest in stocks. Where am I get it from? Side hustle. One of the main reasons that I do my side hustle is to make extra income that I can count on that doesn't come from my regular job. Because let's face it, most of us with just one job, when you do your budget at the end of the month, no, let me stop. Most people ain't got no budget. You just hope that you can make it to the end of the month and hope that you can pay most of your bills, because there's always some at the end of the month where you just kind of look at them like, don't look good for this one. Let me slide this to the other pile. But a good side hustle, especially a good paying, easy side hustle, like the one that I got, contract driver, pays me well and not hard to do. And I can do it 2 or 3 times a week, and I can make and generate extra income to help me invest in the stock market, into crypto, all of these avenues that can provide me with a good passive income that I can kind of count on as I get older. Because one day I won't really be able to work 2 jobs, even if it's 2 easy jobs. I'm 56 years old. 56 years old. You don't know how long the Lord will let you live. Everybody has an expiration date. So if I can take money and income generated by this side hustle, put it into a place that can pay me long term, month after month, year after year, I will be a fool not to take that opportunity and make it work. So I don't want you to think that just because you're not making, $25 or $30 an hour, that you are unable to invest in the stock market, because that's not true. Even if you think you don't have the money to invest in stocks to secure your future, to secure your retirement, Even if you think you don't have the money, get you a good side hustle. That money is there. Think about how much money people waste on stuff like, buying coffee. People buy coffee every day. I ain't gonna say you waste it, but let's just say that if you could do without your coffee once in a while and just take that little $8 to $10 that you would have spent on some Starbucks, set it to the side, do that for a few months, guess what? It'll accumulate over time. And investing in stocks, I don't know where this came from, but a lot of people seem to think that when you invest in stocks, like you have to have $1,000 before you can buy a stock in a company. That's not true. You can invest in stocks, especially nowadays. You got different websites, you got different platforms, you got different apps that will allow you to invest in stocks in increments, which means that you can buy a piece of a share in a certain or particular company and invest in stocks that way. In other words, whatever you have, if you just had $25 and you like Amazon, or you like this company NVIDIA long term, dealing with a lot of chips and stuff and AI and all of that, if all of those things interest you, you can invest in stocks with as little as $25. You may not buy a whole share. A whole share of a certain company may cost you $200 if it's like Amazon, $140 or whatever if it's like NVIDIA, the chip company. And you probably saying, well, man, I don't have no $141 or $200 and some dollars that I can invest in that company. Yeah, I like to, but I don't have it. So how can I get it? I'm telling you now. That's what this video is about. You can get it by getting you a side hustle. Side hustle helps you to create and generate revenue, extra money. Because if you really think about it, people spend money on the silliest things. And over time, a lot of those silly things might be things that you think you need to do or you want to do. Don't get me wrong. I like going out to eat and stuff at a restaurant. I like going to, Burger King or something once in a while. But each time that you don't go to that Burger King and it crosses your mind to go, just take the little $15, $20 that you think you would have spent going to Burger King on the day that you decide against it. Just take that $20 and put it to the side. The next time, if the urge hits you to go out and eat or something, and let's say you change your mind, I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna do it this time. Just when you think of it, like, okay, if I would have went out to Wendy's or went out to McDonald's, I would have spent $20. So even if you decide not to go, just take the extra money and set it aside. I'm telling you, I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. That little money that you would have spent somewhere that you decided against doing, it adds up. I'm telling you, it adds up. And something else that you can do, if you have Cash App. Most people, not everybody, but most people, a lot of people got Cash App. On Cash App, you can get you the Cash App little debit card. And with the Cash App debit card, you can actually set it to do what they call roundups. So you use your Cash App debit card. Anytime you go and buy something that you will normally buy anyway, let's say groceries or gas or restaurant, whatever you normally do, take your Cash App debit card, pay for that instead of using your bank's debit card. take your Cash App debit card, which is not hard to get, use that. And what it does is if you spend, let's say, $20.20, it'll round up your purchase up to $21. And instead of being $20.20, it'll round it up to the next nearest dollar, which in this case is $21. And then that extra 80 cents will go into your savings. I'm telling you, I do it all the time. And before you know it, your saving is built up to $50, $60, $80, $100. Then when it builds up to a certain amount, you can transfer that money right from your Cash App savings into an investment account. And then take the money after it builds up, put it into the investment account, and then guess what? You got $50 now. And it'll seem like it's almost like a gift, because those little roundups over the course of, months and over the course of the whole year, they build up. And before you know it, you already got enough money to invest without doing anything differently. And roundups don't hurt you financially, because it only rounds up to the next nearest dollar. You spend $20.20, 80 cents can go right into your savings. Now, I'm not rich, but I tell you this, 80 cents, I'm not gonna really miss. That ain't gonna send me to the poorhouse. That won't be the reason that you broke because of that. Oh man, if I hadn't rounded up that 80 cents, I wouldn't have lost my house. That ain't the case. So I'm telling you, it matters. Get you a good side hustle and get started, man, investing. Because once you do, it can change your life forever. I'm your boy, MOG. Holla at me. If you haven't done so, like the video and subscribe, because I'll be back once again. Peace.